with boughs of holly. La 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la.
It's day 22 of Vlogmas. It's December 22nd. It is Monday. It is Christmas week. Very exciting stuff. We haven't met. Hi, Nicole. I am a comedian who is creatively constipated right now. So I am uploading a video on YouTube every single day of December until I no longer feel creatively constipated. I'm a little behind on my uploads. I have a video from yesterday I did not upload, so I will be doing 2 today, which is fine. But since I'm officially over the 3-week mark, I figured it would be good for me to do a 3-week check-in just to see how I'm feeling about Vlogmas, what I think I want to do next, and what I kind of have planned for the week. So that's what this video is going to be. Okay, so how am I feeling? Pretty proud of myself, honestly. December feels like a really good month to do a snapshot of what a week in my life looks like, because I had such a mix of work events, comedy events, all kinds of things. Still able to upload a video every single day of December so far. Really proud of myself that I've been able to do that, even though it has been really hard. Week 2 was a lot of after work events, but they were work specific. Week 3 has been a lot of after work events that were comedy specific, which I felt honestly more confident shooting B-roll and just vlogging generally. There's a lot more nuance to shooting shit about work versus comedy, because I think that I just want to make sure that I'm being respectful of the company that I work for, and that not shooting shit that shouldn't be or whatever. Not that we were doing top secret shit at a holiday party, but you know what I mean. So I think I felt a lot more confident shooting stuff this week about the shows that I was in, and I felt good about showing this week the sort of dichotomy between my stand-up shows are versus what my improv shows are like. And it was cool that they were both at the same venue, which was the comedy club, which felt good to show. Not that it would still be a cool thing to show if it was at a brewery or a bar or whatever, but I thought it was cool to show the difference between the 2 types of shows this week. Shows I feel were really successful and really fun, and so that made for really fun vlogging content, in my opinion. I think that this week I really tried to work hard on eliminating those overthinking, the limiting beliefs of if you forgot to upload a video today, what's the point? There was a lot of that instinctively my first couple weeks, because it was hard for me to stick to this upload schedule. And this week definitely I slipped up a few times too, where I uploaded videos the same day, but just kind of tried to take it in stride, because the goal for me is just to make sure that I'm uploading a video every single day. And if I skip a day, then I just doubled up on a different day, and that was it. Didn't punish myself super hard about it. And I think that helped me just stay motivated to just stick to the challenge. I'm about to finish it. I'm so close. Such an exciting feeling knowing that I'm more than 3 weeks in now of doing this every day. It feels really good. So this week is my first week off from work. I decided to take week of Christmas off, and then a week after Christmas off. So I'm off through January 2nd. So I'm gonna be off through the entire rest of December, which is so exciting. I've had a really long, crazy, busy year, work-wise, comedy-wise, life-wise. I got married this year. I went to 2 or 3 massive work events. I've done a shit ton of comedy shows. It was really good. I feel I've accomplished a lot this year, but I'm really looking forward to sitting still for the next 2 weeks. I honestly am over the moon about it. That being said, because I have more free time on my hands, I've officially wrapped all the comedy shows I have booked for the year. I've officially wrapped all my work shit for the year. I have been sitting here going okay, what I want to do with these last couple videos. And because I have more time and energy and resources this week than I have all of December, I have a couple video ideas that I really want to try. And I'm nervous to do so because I think they're going to be a lot more involved than what I'm doing right now. But I also feel these last 21 days of doing this has kind of prepared me to try to do something a little bit more ambitious. And I think that commentary videos were really popular 2 years ago. I'm personally a massive fucking fan of commentary videos. I love watching a show or a movie and then finding somebody on YouTube that like does a deep dive about the thing and like talks about why it's cool or why it sucks. Because it feels like when you watch a show with like your or whatever, and then afterwards you want to talk about it. Like I love doing that. So personally, I love commentary videos. I am a big movie and TV nerd. That's always kind of initially wanted to make a YouTube channel about when I was younger. But I know it's very likely that ship has sailed. Like there's probably like a massive oversaturation on that front, and also everyone's on TikTok anyway, but want to do it. Like again, just like for my younger self to just be like, hey, we did it, you know? So I had this idea to talk about like holiday movies, but holiday movies that I feel like have made me like who I am, or like that I watch every single year and why. I kind of initially thought it'd be cool to do a video talking about like it as like problematic holiday movies and like love them anyway, but I feel like that sounds a little bit like provocative, or a little bit like I'm trying to start shit in the comments just for no reason kind of thing, and I don't necessarily want to frame it that way. So I think I would rather just be like, here's like a holiday movie that I love, and like people like probably have a problem with it, and here's why I really like it, you know? Cutting it pretty fucking close. Like it's the 22nd. So if I film it today and I edit it tonight and I upload it tomorrow, and then I just kind of do a couple videos at a clip, then maybe I can make a couple videos happen in the same day. Like upload a couple in the same day. We'll see. That again, I know that's kind of ambitious, but I'm also seeing it as like, well, I have time and I have all this like pent up creative energy that I've been trying to like tap into. So like a really good opportunity to do so. So what I think I might do is I just need to do a little bit more research on like what I'm allowed to use as far as like videos on YouTube, because I don't want to get copyright strikes or whatever. But I also just want to make sure that like I'm doing it properly. So I will figure that out tonight. And I've been working on a script for the last few weeks, like just tweaking it here and there. So I think I will work on that and get that finalized and start shooting that tonight. I have about 3 movies like that I, off the top of the head, that I know would be really fun for me to talk about. And I also kind of wanted to do a little bit of a deep dive on like Christmas horror, because it's very niche and very specific. And also I don't know that those movies necessarily have the shelf life or longevity that like other Christmas classics do. So I think it'd be cool to kind of dive into why. So anyway, a few weeks of December might be a little bit more ambitious with like the kind of content I want to put out, but I'm excited to do so. I have a couple other like creative, and something else I've been thinking about is also like after Vlogmas is over, what do I want to do next? Because here's the thing, I have a very like baby YouTube channel, right? There's less than 50 people that are subscribed to this channel. That's completely fine. I'm okay with that. And again, I kind of like having somewhere for me to shoot the shit or just create content and throw it out into the void with kind of a minimal audience, like a relatively small audience to kind of that. I'm okay with this being like a slow and steady thing that I just kind of do almost more so for myself instead of doing it for other people. So I think I'm planning on continuing this YouTube channel thing and like vlogging a little bit every day. This also might be something that I build out into TikTok and Instagram down the line, but I think for right now, I like the idea of just sticking with one specific channel to just slowly find my voice and find my footing and find the kind of content I want to put up. But I hear all 36 of my subscribers asking, but Nicole, about the comedy content. I know nobody's saying that, but it makes me feel better to think that you are. So that's the thing. I'm a dorky person trying to teach herself how to vlog right now. Yes, but I'm also like a stand-up comedian. I'm an improv comedian. I'm a corporate girly, and I'm also a film and TV nerd. And these are all like interests and passions that I have that I would like love to share with the world in some form or fashion. But you know, when establishing some form of an online presence, it's best to kind of like whole ass one thing instead of trying to half-ass 10 things, right? So what I think makes the most sense is for me to kind of create like 2 separate channels, right? So it's like Nicole Curbs Comedy, and then have one that is like Nicole Curbs Does Random Shit. You know what I mean? So like for people to follow my work, but it's also easy for people to like differentiate my comedy content from my vlogging content. and vice versa. So I think that like I've established a second channel that's called like Nicole Curbs Comedy if you want to follow it. I haven't put anything on there yet, but I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna re-upload like all of my stand-up sets there. I wish there was a way I could just transfer a video to a different channel, but I haven't figured out a way to do that yet. Another thing I've been thinking about too is like I just got married, right? So I have been asked a lot, like, are you changing your name? Like, what are you gonna do with that? And that's the thing is like, I haven't obviously like amassed a massive following or anything with my comedy, but I also feel like I have established a bit of a following. I have established a name for myself and it's my maiden name. And so I think that what I will end up doing there is I'm just gonna keep my online following or my online presence as like Nicole Curbs, and then life, I guess I will eventually take on like my husband's name. So that kind of helps create a little bit of separation where it's like I can kind of be like on LinkedIn I'm this, and then like on everything else I'm that, you know, like, so there is truly this like Jekyll and Hyde experience of, you know, life and my nightlife, I guess. Kind of like that, honestly. I do like the idea of keeping those two parts of my life separate and having almost two separate identities for both of them, if that makes sense. So anyway, the future of this channel will be me continuing to vlog or me continuing to talk about like comedy or just everyday stuff, but also shows that I like or whatever I feel like putting out here. I will continue to do so. I'm gonna go ahead and splice this shit up. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. See you in a little bit.